everyone, and welcome. My name is Sean Pig. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm going to encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button up there, hit the like button, and leave some comments. Matter of fact, I'm going to pick one lucky person that leaves a comment to have a 30-minute interview, or not interview, but consultation with me to be able to dive deep inside you to find out what it is that you need to power within to become a success in what you're looking to do. This particular video today is going to be how to light your wick and how to keep the fire burning. That is the biggest thing. First of all, you have to get your wick lit. You have to get that inspiration, that motivation, that excitement. And then once you get it lit, you have to figure out how to continue to keep that fire burning within inside you, especially in today's world that you're consumed by so much negativity, so much doubt, so much fear, so much peer-to-peer influencing. You have to definitely have a true, defined way to keep your motivation lit, or your wick lit, and your motivation going. So if you look at a few things, I'm going to kind of get into my storyline and how I managed to do this, and then I'm going to, hopefully it relates to some of you. But what is motivation? Motivation refers to an internal and external factors that stimulate your growth. It stimulates your action point. It allows you to pursue your goals and achieve dreams and desired outcomes. It's a driving force behind your behavior. Actions, your perseverance, of the way you face challenges, how you overcome challenges, and now how you even look at challenges. Now, there's two different types of motivation that I must identify with you. There's intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. So, like intrinsic motivation, it comes from within you. It's a inside your individual, persons. It's a force that's driven by your personal, motivation, I should say. And it's something that basically you spark this drive on your own. Because you're fueled by your own internal drive that you have to exceed your goals and to reach the heights that you want to reach. And then there's extrinsic. Now, extrinsic motivation, it comes from, let's say, like rewards and consequences, a recognition of money, a recognition of praise, or just recognition in general. It's something that's extrinsic. It's something that has to be an outside force that keeps that motivation, driven and focused. I'm going to talk more about the intrinsic motivation, one that you burn inside, that the desire that you have. So I'm gonna start by saying there's a few factors that will actually influence the motivation that you have, an individual's motivation. These include your benefits, include your values, your interests, your goals, your self-efficiency, your belief in your one's ability to be able to achieve and overcome any obstacle that's thrown your way, and a mindset that you have to be able to, influence, because you're going to have to influence yourself. You're going to have to influence your fire to have that internal intrinsic motivation within you. So there's a few ways that I've done it, and I'm going to go ahead and share this story with you. I just got back from Daytona Beach, and it was great going back there because in 1999 I was in Daytona Beach and I was homeless. I was homeless, slept on the beach. I think I was homeless for about a year and a half. And this is right after I left high school, left my family's home. I went to Florida. It was during spring break in 99, got off the bus, and I was like, whoa, look at all these people. And don't forget, I most of you may know already, I'm from Indiana. So I'm used to corn, and, small towns. And when I stepped out of my comfort zone and went to Daytona Beach and got off the bus, I seen a world of opportunity. Even though I didn't have any money, I didn't have any clothes, I didn't have anything at all, but I had the drive and a desire for a change in life. So I got off that bus and I decided to stay there. And I was homeless for about a year and a half. It was an incredible experience. The knowledge that I learned, and the humbleness that I gained during this adventure of my life, it formed me to make me who I am. Keep in mind, once you get out of your comfort zone and you become uncomfortable, you grow internally, not only spiritually, but you grow internally, mentally, and you are able to place expectations on you and goals and dreams on you within that you're going to build your laws around to build your own uh, to make your internal belief become a reality. So once again, I was homeless in Daytona Beach, Florida, and I just went down there, and it was amazing because, well, first of all, I've seen, several friends that are still in the same exact position they were 25 years ago. Same position, same mentality, same thought process, didn't change a bit. So I encountered the magnitude of my growth that I experienced over the last 20 to 25 years. And then I also, sat down where I was sleeping at when I was homeless. I visited places that I used to, visit or possibly sleep in front of when I was homeless down in Daytona Beach. And even if, some of the first places I worked at, such as the Burger King and etc. Doing this gave me a sense of relief that I actually outgrew my boundaries and focused my ambition on accomplishing the goals that I want to in life and being who I am today. There was a few ways that I did this. So one day I believe I was in Kissimmee, Florida, and I was staying in an abandoned hotel. And, the hotel was abandoned. It's been abandoned for a long time, but there was still furniture left in there. So I found the suite and went in there, dusted everything off, cleaned everything off, and made myself a bed there. And of course, with all the mice and rats and everything else. And I didn't have any money. I didn't have any food. I didn't know anybody, and I had nowhere to go, and I had nothing at all. So imagine taking yourself right this minute, trying to open your mind to this new world of opportunity, or trying to open your mind to be able to manifest that your goals that you have that are living inside of you. Imagine starting off with nothing. Now, there may be some of you on this page that have nothing, but when I say nothing, I mean in a state that you've never been in, a town you've never been in, a friend you don't have, money you don't have, nothing. You have absolutely nothing but your self-driven motivation that you have within inside you and your own faith that you're going to be just fine. That's all I had. So one day I woke up and I looked in a mirror, and it was almost like a split in a mirror. I remember it like yesterday, and I believe this was 1999. I remember it like yesterday, and I looked in that mirror, and I seen two halves of me. I seen a half of sorrow and I want to say sadness. Then I seen a half of me of joy, of gratefulness, of fame and humbleness and kindness and gratification. I seen two different people there. And at that time, I had a choice in life. I had a choice to either be this person or this person. Well, as you can imagine, I chose to be this person. I chose the person that wanted to come out and be humble and kind and self-motivating, a person that can overcome any obstacles that are thrown in his way by the tactics that I took to be able to achieve this. So what I did is I immediately started, back then magazines were big still, so I started going through magazines and clipping out what I wanted. The house I wanted, the car I wanted, the schools I wanted to send my children to, the businesses that I want to own, the rings that I wanted to buy, the jewelry I wanted to buy, the donations I wanted to give, whatever it may be. I cut out all my dreams and I pasted them on the window, put them on the window. And I went and got a job at Burger King, and I started right there. I took those once I started gaining some money from Burger King, and I ate there every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But so not only was it was food for my soul and temple, but it was also an experience to learn, and it was money. So I saved up my money, and I moved into my own little place, a little hotel room, I believe. And I took all my goals from my window, and I brought them to my hotel room with me. And on the outside of the window, I put my big goals, my goals that were delayed gratification, the goals that's going to take me a moment to not only manifest, but to work towards. The goals that were going to be big and life-changing to me. Then in the center of the window, I put my little goals. Goals where I can do short-term thinking, where I can do short-term instant gratification, where I can get short-term fulfillment and acknowledgement for what I was doing. That's called once again, your extrinsic motivation, where you're looking for that reward, that recognition. So those are my little goals I put in a center, and my bigger goals I made more of an intrinsic motivation, because that's motivation by me and what I want in my life. They're my outside goals. So what I did is I started working on my goals every single day, every day, and I started small. So you need to hit milestones, because if you're focusing on goals and you're busting your butt and doing every day, and you're not taking anything off your window, you don't see growth. You're not being rewarded with those extrinsic motivations, those rewards, that recognition. You need to be rewarded with that. So I did some short-term thinking, short-term goals, and I started pulling things off the window right there in the center, where I could start seeing my face again right there on the mirror. Then I started doing strategic thinking, long-term thinking. What is it going to take for me to get here and here and here? What is it going to take for me to have, a $500,000 or $750,000 home paid off? What is it going to take for me to be debt free? What is it going to take for me to be able to travel the world and do whatever I want anytime I want? Because that's one of my laws. Go back and watch the video. It's your law. It's your life. That's one of my law. I want to be my laws that I have at me internally for my intrinsic motivation. I want to be able to do what I want, say what I want, and go where I want without even thinking twice. That goal there was a long-term goal. One of the goal that I had, which I thought was an immediate goal, an instant gratification goal, but it was actually a long-term goal, and that's what I'm doing today, right now, speaking with you, giving you my insight, my experience on how I overcame so many different obstacles in life that should have knocked me down and kept me down. And not being able to get up and be where I'm at today. So I did my I did my short-term, short thinking goals, extrinsic goals in the center of the window. I did my long-term and strategic thinking, intrinsic goals and motivation on the outside of the window. The mirror, and I started taking them off day by day by day by day, and it's taking those goals off brings a sense of accomplishment. It starts to erase that self-doubt that you have in your mind, that fear that we also have internally, all the fears, the self-doubt, and it gave you a sense of direction. It also gave you a sense of accomplishments. So doing the goals in that particular manner will help you out tremendously. Make sure you also get out of your comfort zone. And what I mean by that is do stuff that is uncomfortable. Maybe some of you don't want to get out of bed, but you still do. Maybe some of you don't want to go to work, but you still do. Those are doing things that are uncomfortable, but it's a demand. It's needed. You have to do it to be able to put that roof over your head and the food on the table. But make some additional uncomfortable goals, such as, if you hate exercising, give yourself a goal to exercise once a day. Go for a walk once a day. Do something in that area once a day, and once you become as you're doing this, you're going to become uncomfortable. You're not going to want to do it. Your mind's telling you one thing, and your body's telling you another thing. So you want to be able to set up short-term focused point goals that will allow you to feel like you accomplished something, to help keep that wick lit. It's those little things that will keep that wick lit as you go through this turbulence world that we live in today. And then as you continue to go, that wick will get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, and then you're not going to have any uncomfortable experiences, because it doesn't matter. You're going to do, you already set your mind and your tone to what it is that you're going to do in life. So once again, if it's going for a walk once a day, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I don't want to do this, I really don't want to do that, get up and go do it. Train your mind to do things that it doesn't want to do. Train your body to do things that it does not want to do. Once you train yourself, it's like a muscle. Once you train yourself, maintain it and keep it. And either your muscles will continue to grow or they're going to stay the same. They won't go backwards unless you just let it go and give up. And now you're dealing with, getting yourself into a rut and getting yourself back out of the rut. So you want to keep your mindset focused on every day achieving something that helps you feel that you accomplished a sense of well-being inside, a sense of I want to say accomplishment. I don't know any other way. Self-efficiency, accomplishment, and etc. So you want to definitely push your body and your mind out of this uncomfortable state of mind into a mind of opportunities and a mind of awareness, a mind that allows you to check every door that is there to see if it's open and see if it's unlocked and be able to take advantage of the opportunity that is there. Keep your mind open all the time. Now, so we figured out, let's light the wick. Okay, so light the wick is, let's find out what type of motivation do you need? Intrinsic or extrinsic? What kind of motivation do you need? Start right there. Find the type of, do you need, motivations based on recognition, extrinsic, motivation? Then set yourself extrinsic goals. You need do you need the intrinsic motivation that comes internally, your self-driven drive that you have? Then set intrinsic goals, because those intrinsic goals will help you reach your extrinsic goals, and give you that self-satisfaction of achievement and accomplishment, which is something that you can't pay for. It's when you hit your goals, it's something you cannot pay for. Now, keep in mind, the motivation requires not only discipline with you. It requires repetition. It requires knowledge. It requires continuing education, such as these videos. As I go through, I'll go into different categories of motivation and inspiration, as well as training and educating. So you definitely want to subscribe to my channel and keep an eye on the videos, because as I get used to doing what I'm doing. Keep in mind, I'm new to this industry. I'm excited about this industry. I'm ready to share all my knowledge with everybody. But I myself I'm also learning how to put it in a sequence where it's understandable and where I can actually reach the masses with the words that I'm speaking with my voice. And that's what my long-term goal is, and this is where I'm at today. So motivation is also linked to increased productivity, improved performance, higher levels of satisfaction and personal growth within higher levels of internal frequency. If you need to change your mind habit, if you need to change your thought process to bring in motivation, some great things you can listen to is frequency. Listen to frequency. Frequency is very powerful. Frequency music, AM hertz, is very powerful. It can reprogram and rewire your nerves and your system to where you can have more positive energy coming into your life. And in return, you'll be able to, give out that positive energy. Once you give out that positive energy, it's contagious. Let's face it, not everybody in this world is positive. Not everybody, majority of the people are more negative than positive. But however, there are people out there that are positive. Attract yourself to those positive people. Keep in mind, my brother once told me, and it's something I've always held on to. I can tell where you're going in life by the books you read and the people you associate with. So it depends on your circle of people, and your circle of knowledge depends on where you're going to go in life. It truly is. If you're the type of person that enjoys going to the bar every night of the week and drinking with everybody, look around, talk with them. Look at the people there that's, 20, 30, 40 years older than you. Look at their lifestyle. Is that where you want to be in 20 to 30, 40 years? Is that the life that you want? If it is, then continue on your trend. Then don't worry about your goals. Don't worry about your motivation. Stay in your 9-to-5 job and be settled for complacency and be desensitized about any opportunity that's around you. If you go into a bar and you see people that's not where you want to be in 30 to 40 years, well, then you need to change your circle. You need to change your circle of influencing. Keep in mind, regardless if they're your friends or if they're people that you associate with, or if there's people that you're talking to at a bar, acquaintances, associates, whatever it may be, what they speak to you and the energy that they give you is something you're going to carry regardless of who you are. It doesn't matter how powerful and how strong you are, you're still going to take bits and pieces of that. So if you're taking bits and pieces of people who does not have any goals or ambition in life, that are happy just sitting there at the bar getting drunk, that's what you're going to be giving yourself. You're feeding yourself that. So you need to get away from that atmosphere. If you have goals and you have visions and dreams and you want to accomplish your goals and become successful in your own mindset and your own magnitude of your own world, then I would highly encourage you to reach out to people that can influence you in a positive way. Motivation videos such as this, friends, family, and if you don't have anybody in your life that is positive, that is motivated, that does, bring you good vibes, that doesn't bring you good knowledge, that doesn't bring you, let's say, some type of, I want to say, belief in you. If you don't have people like that, there are many groups out there that you can join, entrepreneurial groups. You can go right there probably to your local small business administration building in your local town. I think every major city has them in the United States. Go there and network with them. Network with other entrepreneurs. Network with other like-minded individuals. Now, even if you don't want to start your own business and you just want to excel in your current position at your current job, which is fine, then you still want to be around people that are going to give you that internal self-influence. That internal influence, that internal belief. So go to the local SBA businesses in your cities and start networking with people that where you want to align yourself with. Because I can assure you, anybody going to the SBA administration, the Small Business Administration offices, they're all entrepreneurs, or they're movers and shakers, go-getters, or they're people that may be trying to find their next step in life. So I would definitely go there. There's also many different groups, that are on the internet that you can join that will give you and allow you to take in this abundance of energy and positivity into your life. This is a way to keep your candle lit. Okay, start reading positive things. Start listening to positive scriptures, if that's what you choose to do. Listen to your spirits or your gods, whatever you call them, your guardian angels, your spirits, your God, your universe, whatever it is that you associate with, of you being here on earth as a unique individual. Talk with them, reach out to them, ask them for your excitement, ask them to heal you from anything in your past, ask them to give you belief in what you're wanting to do. Because keep in mind, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And, failure to me is not an option, but failure to me is also a necessary step that you're going to have to take for success. So it depends on how you fall. Are you going to fall on your back, or are you going to fall on your face? Are you going to get back up, or are you going to run away? So it depends on how you fail, depends on the overall outcome of what you learn and what you transpired from falling, from beginning to failing, and from failing to success. So there's many different steps between starting off to finding your success and finding your happiness. Now, I can tell you, motivation can bring you a lot of joy. Motivation can bring you a lot of excitement, and motivation can also bring you a lot of clarity and understanding of who you are as an individual. I can tell you this, I want to see each and every single one of you from the bottom of my heart. I want to see and hear stories that you're grasping what I'm telling you. You're starting to apply my techniques and strategies and having, intrinsic or extrinsic motivation, whatever it may be, whatever it is that you need. And because once you get that motivation, you're going to set your goals. Once you set your goals, you're going to be off running. So don't let your outside people control your actions or your emotions. And don't let outside people control your goals. If somebody says something negative to you, turn it into a positive. Some way, somehow. Turn it into a positive. Keep in mind, the more negative you hear, the more positive you hear to have to overcome that. one of my videos I was just recently doing, you can see here I cut my hand wide open. Uh, and that lesson, that right there, I did it on a window. I had to go to the emergency room, got home about 3 o'clock in the morning. I did it on a window. Uh, but I also asked my spirits and my gods, okay, what did I learn here? What is this purpose for? Why did I cut my hand? Now I could have been pissed off. I could have been angry. I could be frustrated. I could have let it eat at me for 2, 3, 4 days. But I simply asked, what is this lesson I'm learning now? And I was told that think before I leap, speak before I leap, and to check open doors because you never know which one is unlocked. And when a door does open, take advantage of that and walk inside and check it out. See if the opportunity is for you. See if what you're feeling, that vibe that you're getting internally, go with your intuition. If you feel, hey, this door that just opened for me is my door, walk into that door. And when you walk into that door and find something that it is that you truly want, your energy will shift. And once that energy shifts, you're going to see a new you. When you have a new you won't have to worry about any of this motivation stuff. Now you're ready for knowledge. Now you're ready for education. Now you're ready to dig and dive deeper inside you to fulfill your ultimate goals and fantasies. But right now, the first thing we want to do is get you motivated. Get your ass off that couch. Get your ass out of that house. And let's figure out what it is that is going to motivate you internally. So write stuff down. Not only should you put the pictures on your wall, the internal part is your instant gratification goals with your short-term thinking, and I would say your extrinsic motivation. I would say intrinsic is the center. The outward goals that you have on your mirror is going to be your extrinsic motivation. It's going to be your rewards from all the hard work and efforts that you put into this, into what you're doing right this minute. You're going to get your outbound goals or outward goals. You're going to receive them. And when you start receiving them, you're never going to stop. You're never going to stop. So my goal is, I don't know how much money you're making. Are you making $20,000 a year? 30,000, 40, 50,000 a year. You could do, you go on a vacation, probably 50,000 a year, and maybe take care of, your children and et cetera. Are you making 100,000 a year? Now you can go on a couple of vacations, maybe even deep sea fishing, and maybe rent a motorcycle or something and enjoy and explore. Making 150,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. What about $500,000 a year? I don't know what you're making, but I can guarantee you this: at $500,000 a year, you can do what you want when you want, and don't even care what anybody says about it. That is my goal, which I'm proud to say and pat myself on the back. I've already hit these goals. The goals that I need now is not about extrinsic motivation or extrinsic goals. This is about intrinsic. It's about self-fulfillment. It's about making sure I'm able to touch as many people's lives as possible, to make my knowledge become your knowledge, to pass on my knowledge to you and power you within with this flame of encouragement, excitement, enthusiasm to help you drive yourself to reaching your highest goal in life. So write things down. Ask yourself what it is that you want and what it is that you need. And then ask yourself why. So let me give you an example. Why is a very powerful word. Okay, so I want to have that house. Why? Why do you want to have that house? I want that house because of XYZ. Okay, so what is XYZ going to do to you? Why do you need that as XYZ to fulfill ABC? So you have to understand the whys. Ask yourself why. Why am I doing this? Why do I want to go here? Why do I choose to take this as my career path? Why am I listening to this motivational channel right this minute? Why? There's a reason why. So write this stuff down, because when you write it down, you're going to remember it. Then if you have to, talk into a voice recorder and play it to yourself every single day. Embed that in and feed it into your mindset so it becomes you, who you are. So not only why, but because. And that's to me is a golden word. But because. Why? Because it explains and defines why you want something, because you want it. So if you ask yourself why and you back it up with because, you got all your answers right there. You now have a clear mindset of why you want something and Why? Because this is what it's going to do for me. So let me give you an example. I would like to start my own dry cleaning business. Why? Because I know the community needs it. I know it's going to help people out around here, and I know it will be able to take care of me and my family financially. So you have the why and you had the because. When you put the why and because together, it brings a lot of, I would say, self-inspiration, clarity, and it brings in clear goals. It establishes specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound smart goals to provide a clear direction of your efforts. Let's see. What about how you find intrinsic, motivators? I guess what it would do, it would identify activities or aspects that internally interest or fulfill you. Focus on enjoyment and personal meaning derived from the activity itself, by itself. Those are intrinsic goals. Find something that you just focus on the enjoyment of doing what you're doing. Like in this particular situation, I'm excited. I'm excited because I know I'm going to help people. No ands, if, or buts about it. I will help people, and I can't wait to hear the stories. I want to help somebody go from 30,000 a year to 150,000 a year. I want to help somebody from working 60 hours a week at work to working 10 hours a week at their business and having even more than what they had at 60 hours a week. I want to see somebody grow, and I want to hear these stories. These stories here inspires me to continue training, educating you, and absorbing more knowledge into my mind and my heart. Keep in mind, I own several companies I run every single day. This is one of my offices that I'm in right now, that I do videos. I'm working on setting everything up, but I'm very focused. I'm very goal oriented, and most important, I am very determined. And by having this determination, it gives you a progress of accomplishments. By having these set goals, which I call SMART goals, they give you a sense of accomplishments. But I thank you very much. We're going to get into this more as we move on. I just want to throw this, food for thought out there, a couple golden nuggets to help you get your, get your train started and get moving. Because once your train starts moving, it's going to go so fast that you can't even jump off of it. And that's what I would like to see. Please, once again, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave me a comment. I will pick out one person every time I open a video upload a video to do a one-on-one mentor consultation with, to help you and me to not only grow who I am, but also to help you get out of your comfort zone and to reach these goals you think are unreachable. So thank you very much for stopping by and watching my channel, and I hope this was able to give you just a little bit of self-inspiration inside. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. Take care.